7:24, coming at you live from the elliptical, and boy am I pumped today. 45 minutes, 47 seconds into my workout, level 10, sun streaming in through the window. This is the kind of day where you just get up, get out, and get after it. Let's do it, people. I know it's gone for a couple days. The truth is, I went to Coachella. I went to the Coachella Valley. I wanted to check out the music scene there. Very disappointed to arrive and discover that this was not sort of a year-round deal. It's a one-off thing in April. The way people talk about it. So constantly, I just assumed. But I made the most of it. I soaked in the energy. I got this necklace, very a real deal Coachella kind of a necklace. So you know what they say. People make plans and God laughs. And then you get a necklace and you say, "In your face, God." My outfit for today. Oh, that's great. If you need to move a necklace out of your way dramatically, you just do one of you go like that. Classic Sports. Really, it's a terrific, innovative network. Airs all the old, footage of the classic sporting events over the last several decades. It's called ESPN Classic now. And, spoiler alert, I'm working on a similar idea. It's starting with a series, but I actually have a camera crew filming my whole life. And we're putting together the footage of the best, most, classic moments. I got to tell you, I've had a ton of interest already. BET and the O Network are kind of in a little bit of a bidding war. History Channel is even, thinking of throwing their hat in the ring. They think it might have some archival value at some point. Phil, in bed, but look at him. He just looks, he had one workout already. He looks ready for round two, though, don't you, Phil? The truth is, he likes to get up, get out, and get to the Y and do those laps before, the rush gets there. He doesn't like, sharing the lane. He has that Amanda Bynes haircut, which had me so worried, but, he says it's just for comfort, and he seems pretty on the beam, so I'm gonna trust that. Pump up song of the day. Kanye West, Power. Reality is catching up with me, taking my inner child, I'm fighting for custody. And that, I don't know if any of you have ever been, embroiled in a custody battle for an inner child, against reality, but it's tough stuff. I went through it myself, and I don't like to talk about it. It's pretty painful, but I will say that reality was represented by Johnny Cochran. I went pro se and just blew the whole thing out of the water, so it all worked out. But it was a painful couple of years. But on the subject of power, I want to talk to you about leadership because all positive, pumped up people should be embodying, the principles of leadership in their life. So let's talk to you about how you can do that today. First, all great leaders, they have a signature move. Julius Caesar, he had this. This was his thing. He'd do. Every time he'd say something important, when he was finished, he'd go, and took off like blazes around, the RE. Everyone in the empire was doing it. Brutus, his confidant Brutus was the only person who gave him a very hard time. He'd go what is that? You look ridiculous. But it was sort of a joke between them. So at that moment when Brutus betrayed him, afterwards, kind of really stick it to him. He kind of did one of these like in your face, to which Caesar, of course, famously responded, "Et tu, Brute?" After all this, you're gonna bite my move. So that's number one. Number two, have a power move. All great leaders have a power move. Mine is, if I'm going out to eat with a group of people, we're splitting the bill on credit cards. I like to see how much everyone else is tipping and throw in a couple extra dollars. It shows the waiter who's boss. It makes the other people at the table feel sheepish and inferior. So that's number two. Number three, think carefully, deliberate. Don't just act on impulse. George W. Bush, was not aligned with him politically. I vote Working Families Party. I don't know their platform, but I love the name. It's like a name I can get behind. But George W. Bush, he was, people give him a hard time, like about Katrina. They say, like they wanted him to just like hop in there with a plan, an idea. And he said, no, I'm a deliberate thinker. I need a little time for this. Unless he had like a really strong gut instinct, and then he just, he went for it. That's number 3. Finally, in order to fuel the leadership, most importantly, you need to be eating protein all day.